Most of us only do one thing with our partners, and it's watching TV. And that is the lowest form of intimacy that you could possibly ask for with any human being.
We're back, another Wolf&Pooch, and you just saw Jay Shetty. He is a podcaster, author. Um, he's a life coach. So I'm sure if you have TikTok or Instagram, you've probably seen him on your timeline at some point. So yeah, he was the inspiration for today's show, and he was talking about intimacy and just talking about really the lowest form of intimacy is sitting and watching TV with your significant other, which I never really thought of that, right? Because a lot of times if you're sitting with your significant other, you're like cuddling or snuggling or whatever. But if you think about it, there's no communication going on verbally unless you're talking about what you're watching. But I think that we didn't play the whole clip, but the part, that we kind of left out is there's other forms of intimacy. So that's what Jay and I are going to talk about today. So, um, different ways that you could find or to be more intimate with your partner. And I think a lot of people, especially if you've been with someone a while, struggle with that. So I think it's an important topic to cover. You remember we did that Keeping the Spark Alive? It blew up. People were interested.
Now that I think about it, we also did a video where we said the worst places. Didn't we do something like the worst places to go on a date? And I think movies was one of them. So it do make sense. It kind of fits the same narrative.
Talking.
Yeah, you don't really get to know the person.
I mean, for personally, the things that come to mind if you're trying to build intimacy or something that is kind of intimate. I love going to watch sunsets, going to the beach in particular to watch the sunset. Now, if you don't have a beach nearby, you don't have to, you could go somewhere else to watch the sunset. Going on a hike together, something you could try new together too, I feel like. A new experience that's for both of you, like something you both have never done together, because then it's kind of like, okay, you're on an adventure together, right? So, and it could be anything. It could be,
like Top Golf. Would that be a good spot to build intimacy or not? Because you're not focused on really. You're not.
I mean,
focused
that's
on the
fun.
person,
We've been to Top Golf. That's fun. I mean, okay, when you and I went kayaking that time.
That's not a good spot. That's not a good spot.
I had been kayaking, he hadn't, but yeah, you were kind of out of your element. But
you can't build intimacy when you're scared of falling in the water. Well, it's kind of hard to do that.
But you could find. Think about it though. Even though you were not feeling completely comfortable, you're still doing something that's outside of your comfort zone with someone. And so I don't, you didn't think that was
always like.
All right, what about when we went
where it's less distractions, right? For one, let's just say better ways to build intimacy is praying with your partner. That's
true.
Highest, probably one of the highest forms of intimacy.
I agree.
Even reading the scriptures, we read scriptures. That's that's one of the highest forms.
Yeah.
Just stuff where you can learn. I feel like where you could kind of stimulate each other's minds. That builds intimacy. It don't always have to be like pleasure.
An activity.
Yeah, or pleasure. I feel like it could be something that gets the brain going, right? Because if you guys both learning together and you guys are both, bouncing ideas off or teaching each other things, that's intimate to me,
One of the things, it's funny when you just brought up the scriptures, because we do that a lot and it's nice. And I love that, actually. That's one of my favorite things. But and every once in a while, we'll do like these little music things where he'll play something, I'll play something. And then, kind of go, not so much a battle, but a little bit more like a friendly battle of like, oh, I bet you don't know this song. Bet you don't know this song. And that's kind of fun too, because music to me is, that's one of my loves, right? And you love music too. So that's that, and that's so basic, right? You could be anywhere and do that. I mean,
even when you see the couples on TikTok and social media making videos with each other, that's a form of
True.
intimacy in a way,
There is taking a walk.
Exercise, right?
Right.
I'm about to go on a walk after this, man. I
Yeah,
need a
taking a
walk.
walk, getting out. I know there's been a nice break in the rain. Just yes,
Where it's just less distractions, where your phone not involved usually.
That's what I was
where
gonna
it's
get
like
to.
less people around, where people could bother you.
Take away devices.
The kids, if it's kids or whatever in the picture when they not around. Just like I don't know. I feel like the worst thing is when I go to the restaurants and you see couples just on their
Glued
phone
to their phones
and they're not even
and
talking.
not each other.
And it's like, what's the point? Y'all could have just did that at home,
Right.
Maybe a restaurant is probably, I don't know. That could be a good spot, I guess, if you just don't be on your phone.
If you make a choice, like, it's funny. I just saw something today on my timeline about there's a message sent. If you keep your phone on the table, you're already sending a message of this is important to me too, and you're not the only thing here with me, right? So if you put your phone in your purse, or a man, puts it in his pocket or whatever, then you have that person's undivided attention, because if the phone goes off while it's sitting on the table, then what? It creates a distraction. You might want to look at what it is. Is like people really have to disconnect. If you are going to build intimacy, you can't have the phone is like a third person.
True.
Unless
you got kids at home, someone be on to check their phone. Like,
but let's be honest,
DJ acting up.
That doesn't take that long, and you could do that very quickly and then put it back in your purse.
Yeah, true.
It doesn't need to sit on the table.
True.
Unless someone's like really ill at home, and in that case you're probably not even out anyways. Okay, so let's be honest, those I have kids, we go out, my phone's in my purse, and if I need to look at it, I check it, but it's like, again, as long as it the phone doesn't become like, again, a third person, right?
Yeah,
that's and we have to police ourselves with that, because I think you and I have talked about too, like, in other shows about how, grabbing your phone first thing in the morning should not be the first thing you do. It's like, it's almost like we do it, without, no, it's like, you're half asleep. Let me see what, happened overnight. Like something happened. Nothing happened overnight.
Yeah. That's why they say you should get a regular alarm.
Right. Why do?
Clock instead of using your phone. I use my phone, so. Because when you use your phone as an alarm clock, it's easy to just, all right, let me check my.
Right.
I like to actually see how my video is doing, and in the morning. I like to handle business first thing when I wake up, so it's a difference. But I see where you're going.
But let's be honest, you're not just then. Once you do that, then you go on to see. Let's see.
Let me see what the Lakers won last night. No,
right. And then you get on the other social media apps. Look who was here last night. It's like it turns into more than So that's what I'm saying. If you get into a practice of just
So what's some other low so TV, that's not a good thing.
We're not saying not to watch TV with your significant other. I'm saying you have to have something outside of that.
Well, what if you ain't trying to build intimacy when you watch a TV with your partner? What if you just want to what if y'all just watching a movie, chilling?
Well, no, I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying it's not okay, but if you guys don't have anything outside of watching like a TV program together, you might want to look
that's
into
the only
that.
thing.
Because then the relationship is going to get stale.
Yeah.
It's not, it's going to be blah, right? And you want to have things to look forward to together.
There's only so many Martin reruns you could watch together before you done seen them all.
Right. And then, people have series they watch together. It's like, it's whatever. They released the episode. Let's watch it. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, we're not saying not to, but just to get outside of that a little bit, because there's so much more out there. And it's just also just a nice way to connect without a device. And a TV is a device. A phone is a device, So yeah, I think that's kind of what we're getting at. And if you guys have ideas, you could put it in the comments on ways you like to connect and be more intimate with your partner and build intimacy.
True. I have nothing else to add on that subject. No, I think I'm all intimate.
You're all intimated out.
Yeah.
Is that a word? That's not a word.
That's not a word. But yeah. So until next time. Oh, before I do that though. We're going to start doing that. That's going to be the format. I'm going to start placing clips, because a lot of time we get our show ideas based off of clips we see online. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start putting the clips right at the beginning, and then we gonna dissect it after. So that's gonna probably be the new format. All right. So I think that's it. Till the next video. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed.
Follow the socials.
Follow the socials. Like, comment, subscribe. Give us some feedback. And that's it.